Good morning, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a day in the life. I have not recorded a day in the life in so long, but I am 36 weeks today and I figured it would be a good time for me to show you a little behind the scenes of how I'm currently operating in business, what I'm currently doing to prepare for the time off, which will be happening very, very soon, and just where my business is at, as well as any pregnancy updates that I have. So I'm excited to take you along. It's currently 9 a.m. and we have a jam-packed day today, but first I'm gonna make a coffee. I don't drink coffee much at all these days, but we need one today. So we're gonna make a decaf and I will bring you into my first session this morning. So this is my little bump date. We are 36 weeks today. Baby is the size of a cabbage, I believe, and baby's tracking really well. We have an appointment later this afternoon because we had a growth scan done yesterday and they just want to check and make sure that everything is tracking well. So I will definitely let you know on that end. But yeah, this is my bump at 36 weeks. Hello, Brie.
Kind of losing my mind a little bit and feeling like in order to get to the next level with my business, I need to get some systems in place. And when I look at your business, I'm always just like in awe of what you do because you're so present online and your messaging is so tuned in, and I can't even imagine being that streamlined. It would feel like I've died and gone to heaven.
So I just finished a mentoring session and it went really well. There were some takeaway messages that I really wanted to share with you. I mentored a stylist who was just feeling a bit stuck with her offering and she was looking for clarity and direction, and we definitely went through that together during our session. The main takeaway being that as entrepreneurs, we literally call the shots in our business. So we have the freedom to call the shots and make our own rules, but at the same time, we have the freedom to call the shots and make our own rules. And so of course, there's no right or wrong with how to do things in business. You are able to do business the way that you want to at the end of the day. But it's really about giving yourself permission to be free with your ideas, permission to be able to test what you have in your mind and to see if it works, permission to be able to trial and error your way through, right? Because you can be in a situation where you can execute something and it will work well, or you can also be in situations where you execute and it may not work for you. But the important thing is that you learn from that and that you continue to evolve and to improve on what it is that you are offering so that it does work well and so that it does stick. So definitely give yourself permission to be able to do that. Because we can sometimes get caught up in like getting it right the first time. And in business, it doesn't always work that way. And so be gentle with yourself, be kind to yourself, remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to stick it through. And that is where the success will come from. The second takeaway being that, you know, as humans, we tend to overcomplicate things, and it really doesn't have to be that way. Like, it can really be simple. And part of what I have learned in business is being able to streamline processes so that it can make sense, it can be easy, and you can focus on what you love about your business. And this comes down to you really having clarity on who you want to serve, what you want to offer, and being so sure that your offer can serve that person. The second part of that being that you are so sure of yourself, right? And being so sure of your own identity, your own brand, so that way what you have to offer, who you're serving, as well as your brand is cohesive amongst everything that you do, amongst the services that you deliver, your social media, your online presence, how you feel about yourself, how you show up, your website, just everything about your business should work in harmony because you have clarity with who you are, what you do, and who you serve. So those would be the key takeaways from the mentoring session, and definitely something that I would highly encourage you to start thinking about if you are a stylist or an entrepreneur and you're feeling a little stuck with your business. Always come down to who you want to serve, what you want to offer, as well as you and your vision. Because your why will be your driving factor as you go about business. I've just finished eating and I'm about to head into a discovery call now. She's really interested in my one-on-one style strategy session. These sessions one-on-one are basically 90 minutes of high impact, intimate conversation and focused on one area of topic for styling. So I read that this prospect has just transitioned from corporate to entrepreneurship and she's wanting direction in terms of identity for herself and her style. So I'm really excited to get to know her more, to clarify her goals and to see if we can work together. Hi, how are you going? Landed her. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to work with her. I love helping clients like reinvent themselves. I think it's such an exciting time of their lives, and the fact that they're trusting me to help guide them through this process, to help them gain clarity and discover their style. It's truly such a beautiful process, and I'm really excited to be working with her in a couple of weeks. So I now just have to send over some paperwork for her so that she can sign the contract and secure that position. Also, PS, the baby is moving so much. I wish you could see. Just checking in. And I have little birdie here. This one's been very needy lately, but I'm loving it. Isn't that right? Hello, and welcome to the behind the scenes of Style to Thrive. Alright, so we are back home now. It is really dark already, even though it's only 5:30, but that is Melbourne winter for you. I just wanted to give a quick update on the pregnancy side of things as well as the business side of things. We just got back from our appointment with the OB and everything looked good. Baby's tracking well, average size, which is great. So yeah, the findings from the scan were really accurate and we're really happy about that. My blood pressure is good as well. I just have to start taking iron tablets now, which is fine. Baby has been so active today, as you probably would have seen earlier. And the doctor kind of scared me a little bit because he said, you know, I'll see you in a couple of weeks if you don't give birth by then, which is kind of scary because that kind of gave me a little reality check of how soon this baby will be joining us. I've really been enjoying this trimester specifically just because I'm very lucky that I don't have many symptoms happening right now besides reflux. And if you caught my first pregnancy video, you'd know the kind of symptoms I was feeling at the time. And so because it's very different this trimester, I have really been enjoying it and really soaking up every moment. So yeah, it's kind of like bittersweet that it's coming to an end, but we are very excited. We're very excited for this next chapter. In terms of the business, so as you would have seen today, we had the mentoring session. I really, just love working with other stylists and helping them build really strong businesses. So that's definitely something that I want to work on. I have one more mentoring session before I go on mat leave. And I have, as you saw, secured another one-on-one strategy session. And then my signature styling program is currently open and available for enrollments as well. And I'm getting a few clients enrolling in the passive version of that, which is great. So just to give you a little backstory, around August last year was when I first launched Style to Thrive, which is my styling program. It's a hybrid program. And I created this program to create a more sustainable business. I wanted to move away from one-on-ones because I was starting to feel really burnt out, but I was also thinking of my future. And at that time, we were planning to start a family. And so it was the wisest decision for me to move away from one-on-one into more of a hybrid group program so that I could, you know, take a step away, especially now that we are starting a family very soon. I didn't want to feel too involved and too dependent on being involved in my business while I was on mat leave. So I definitely thought about that and how I could create a business that would work for me while I took a step back. That's something for you to consider as well if you are wanting to take a step away from your business, really asking yourself what your offer suite can look like and how you can diversify your services and create offers that can work for you. So I'm very grateful that I have gotten myself to this point. There's still a bit that I need to do before I go on leave. And besides that, I really just want to focus on content and making sure that I can at least have an outline or ideas of content and get some recording done while I still can before I go on mat leave as well. So that is how I'm preparing for mat leave. While we're on the topic of taking breaks, I was actually having this conversation with my girlfriend the other night, and we were talking about how, like, as entrepreneurs, especially creative entrepreneurs, it's really important to allow ourselves that time off, right? Because with creativity, you need to be able to fuel yourself. Otherwise, you'll end up feeling burnt out or feeling, you know, stuck with ideas, and your creativity won't be able to flow then, especially if you are wanting to pivot in business or just start a new direction in business. Taking a break, even if it's just for a day or two, like it doesn't have to be a long break, but even just for a day or two will definitely help you refocus, gain clarity, and get back in touch with your vision and what it is that you want to do for yourself. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself and give yourself permission to take that break, because when you do that, you're able to fill your cup again. And then when your cup is full, then you can serve others as well. So that is the takeaway message that I'm going to leave you with tonight. I hope that you enjoyed following along my day in the life today and that you learned a thing or two. If so, I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. Have a great evening or morning or day, whatever the time is where you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.